Hello, my name is Andrea Kassar, and I'm head of school at Westridge School in Pasadena in California. And this is my second year of headship here. I attended the Azure Summit last summer after my first year of headship. The Azure Summit is a very comprehensive conference for heads of schools and other senior administrators on fundraising and campaign planning. And it covers everything from key vocabulary in fundraising to really big picture strategy and everything in between. And so I left with tons of notes and lots of resources. And the people who led the sessions were all so engaging, absolute experts in their fields, and yet they're able to answer questions, both big and small, to meet people where they are in terms of their overall knowledge. So I think this conference is wonderful for newer heads of schools, as I was, but also could be wonderful for a seasoned head of school because the information is so current and there's so much of it that it can be understood and digested on many levels. I learned a ton at the Azure Summit, and I was able to ask questions, both big and small. And what was great was that sometimes we were in the full group, and so we could benefit from everybody's different ideas and good questions. And then sometimes we were in smaller groups or even meeting individually. And so you could ask more specific, focused questions about your school. I also really enjoyed meeting administrators and heads of schools from other schools, both in terms of sharing fundraising ideas, but also just meeting them socially was really fun. It's always helpful to know that we're all in the same boat in so many ways, learning more and more about the art and science of fundraising and also the profound importance of fundraising in our schools. In terms of what I've been able to implement from the Azure Summit already in my school, it was really wonderful because I left with so many resources and ideas, and I was able to share those with my leadership team and also with trustees. And as we assess our school's fundraising and educate our community more and more on the ins and outs of philanthropy, it's very helpful to draw on information that I learned at the Azure Summit. And then also we brought Martha Bogelli from Marts&Lundy, who I met at the Azure Summit. She was a faculty member to work with our trustees at a board retreat. And she is working with our school now to assess our fundraising overall. And so there are already many things in the works that will help us as we go into a campaign in the coming years.